God has always stretched the faith of his people to trust him. If you can remember the story of the Exodus, I mean, God told Moses to tell his people that it was time to leave and it was time to go. And it was a complete miracle that they got out. You know, you remember the story of the 10 plagues, and then in the end, Pharaoh just says, get out. And then the people of God are going all the way up to the Red Sea, which is this huge sea, and behind them they've got the whole army of Egypt pursuing them. And this is the Israelites. They're not trained warriors, they're not army, they're going to get absolutely whipped if God doesn't do something. And they're forced into this position that they had faith to step out and follow the Lord, but they enter into this moment where they're like, either God does something miraculous and creates a bridge over this sea, or we're done for, right? And it's this exact moment that you see that following God requires trust in him. It requires faith. If God said it's time to leave Egypt, then you got to trust that God's got a plan to get you out of Egypt, right? So they come to the edge of the Red Sea. God tells Moses, stick your staff in the sea, and he does, and the sea splits in two. And it's one of the greatest miracles recorded in human history. God splits this sea up in two, and the people of God are able to walk through on dry ground. And as soon as the last person crosses over the threshold, the sea crashes back down on the Egyptian army, and the people of God are liberated. You can see all the way from even the beginning of the biblical story that following God requires trust in him. And it's exactly the same for your walk with the Lord. There will be moments, sometimes every single day, where the Lord says, I want you to step out here, and I'm going to need you to trust me. And if you struggle to trust God, then you're not going to be able to step forward. You're not going to be able to walk forward. Maybe right now, the Lord's saying, I need you to trust me with your kid. I'm giving you a plan here, but you need to trust me that it's going to work. Maybe the Lord's calling you to start a ministry and you don't see how it's going to work, how your family's going to be provided for, and the Lord's just going, I need you to trust me on this. You see, so often in the Christian life, so many Christians, they get caught up because they don't factor in that God is able to do things in order to make his plans work.